Are your legs always feeling weak, especially when you get up from a seated position? You know, like your legs are heavy, they're weak, maybe they feel a little bit shaky, or you might even feel lightheaded or dizzy at times when you get up. So, in this video, we're going to talk about why that is happening and how you can fix it with one particular food. And this is a really simple fix, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm a doctor. I'm an emergency room doctor who treats everything from COVID to gunshot wounds, burns, you name it. I've created this video series to help answer some of the medical questions that you may have, and if you find this video helpful, please do me a favor and subscribe so you can be notified when I post new videos. So let's jump into the topic of today, which is why your legs are weak and what to do about it. So there's several different reasons why your legs may feel weak, but I'm going to talk about two big ones. One is actually a lack of leg strength. You know, we use our legs all day long, especially if you have a job where you're on your feet. Or maybe you're a mom or dad and you're chasing around the kids or playing with them and you're using your legs all the time. But as we get older, our leg muscles just naturally start to waste away. You know, we don't use them as much because we drive everywhere instead of walking or biking. We take the elevator instead of climbing the stairs, and so our leg muscles start to get weaker and weaker. And that's one reason why your legs may be feeling weak. The other reason is low blood pressure, especially when you go from a sitting position to a standing position. So here's what happens. When you're sitting, gravity isn't really having an effect on your blood flow. Your blood is kind of evenly distributed throughout your body. However, when you stand up, gravity pulls all the blood down to your lower extremities, your legs, and your feet. And so now there's less blood returning back to your heart. And that is a problem, because your heart needs that blood to pump out to the rest of your body. If there's not enough blood returning to your heart, then you might feel weak or dizzy or lightheaded. And this is very common, especially in elderly patients. So this is called orthostatic hypotension, meaning that when you change positions, especially from sitting to standing, your blood pressure drops significantly. And that can cause you to feel weak, dizzy, or lightheaded. And sometimes people describe it as feeling like their legs are heavy. And the good news is there's something you can do about this. And again, it's one particular food that can really make a difference. But before we get into that, I want to mention a couple other things that can cause your legs to feel weak. One is dehydration. So if you're not well hydrated, that can affect your blood volume, which then affects your blood pressure. And so you could feel weak, you could feel dizzy, or lightheaded for that reason as well. The other thing is medications. Many medications can cause low blood pressure as a side effect. And that can include everything from high blood pressure medications, which are called diuretics, medications that lower your cholesterol, certain antidepressants, and even some erectile dysfunction medications can cause this as well. So if you think that your medications are causing your blood pressure to be too low, definitely talk to your doctor about it. Okay, so let's talk about what you can do to help improve this. One is make sure you're well hydrated. So drink plenty of water through the day. And if you're elderly, that becomes even more important because you're at higher risk of getting dehydrated. And the second thing is do some exercises, leg exercises, things that strengthen your legs. And these don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be anything crazy. These can be as simple as just doing some calf raises. So you're standing and you're raising up onto your toes. That strengthens the calf muscle. It also strengthens the ankle. And another good one is just doing some seated marches in place, just lifting up one leg at a time, bringing your knee up towards your chest. That helps strengthen the leg muscles, the thigh muscles, and even just doing some seated squats if you can. You know, depending on your flexibility, if you can get down, that can also help strengthen those leg muscles. But the third thing, and this is what we're talking about today, is one particular food that has been shown to help improve blood flow, increase your blood volume slightly, and also strengthen your leg muscles, and that is bone broth. Bone broth is loaded with an amino acid called glycine, and glycine helps improve blood flow. Now it does this by relaxing smooth muscle cells, which line the inside of your arteries. And so now the arteries can open up a little bit wider, allowing more blood flow to go through. And that was studied in 24 healthy middle-aged men. They were given either a placebo or bone broth, and it showed significant improvement in blood flow. So it can help improve blood flow, which will then help reduce that dizziness or that weakness that you're feeling when you get up. But it can also help improve the actual strength of your leg muscles. In one study, they took people who had very weak leg muscles and they gave them either a placebo or bone broth for 8 weeks. And the group that was given bone broth showed significant improvement in their leg strength. So it can actually help improve the strength of your leg muscles, which is great if you're sedentary or you're aging and you're losing muscle mass. But also it will help improve blood flow to those muscles as well, which is also great. Now, there are a few other things that you should be aware of. Make sure that the bone broth that you're buying doesn't have added sugar. It shouldn't have any added sugar. Also, it's best to buy the bone broth that has the actual ingredients listed on the label. So, if you're buying the powder form, make sure you read the ingredients and make sure that it doesn't have anything else added, because the actual bone broth itself shouldn't have any sugar added. Now, there are some studies that suggest that bone broth might actually be good for weight loss, and I made a video about that. You can check that out right here. So overall, bone broth is a really easy, cheap way to try to improve your leg strength and also help improve blood flow and reduce dizziness and weakness that you might be feeling. Now, of course, everybody is different. Not everybody will respond to bone broth. Some people might not. But it's worth a try, and you should definitely talk to your doctor about it, and make sure you make some lifestyle modifications as well. If you're taking medications, make sure you understand the side effects of those medications. And if you're dehydrated, make sure that you're drinking enough fluids, especially if you're elderly. Alright, I hope this video helped explain why your legs might be feeling weak and also helped give you a solution to that problem. Please do me a favor. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and share it with anybody you think it might be helpful to. Also subscribe so you can be notified when I post new videos. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. As always, stay happy and healthy.